Gaslighting is one of the most dangerous forms of psychological manipulation. It's a tactic where a manipulator gradually makes their target doubt their own reality, memories, and perceptions, until the victim starts believing whatever the manipulator wants them to believe. This isn't just deception. It's an intentional effort to break down someone's confidence in their own mind. A skilled gaslighter will plant seeds of doubt, making you question whether you remember things correctly or if you're simply imagining things. They will outright deny obvious facts, contradict themselves without hesitation, and lie so convincingly that you begin to feel unstable. Over time, gaslighting can make a person lose trust in their own beliefs and emotions, leaving them vulnerable to further control. One of the most common examples is in abusive relationships. An abuser might convince their victim that an incident of abuse never happened, or that the victim is exaggerating or misremembering it. A manipulative boss or colleague might deny mistreating a subordinate, twisting events to make the victim seem irrational. Even in everyday situations, gaslighting occurs when someone insists that what you experienced or felt wasn't real, making you second-guess yourself. You might think, "I know my own reality. No one could convince me otherwise." But gaslighting works subtly, beginning with small lies and minor concessions. Imagine your partner arrives 10 minutes late, but insists they were on time, and that you must have gotten the time wrong. You brush it off as a minor miscommunication. The next time, the lie gets bigger, but because you overlooked the first, it feels inconsistent to challenge this one. Over time, these small manipulations escalate, until one day, you're accepting outright fabrications as truth. At its core, gaslighting is about desensitizing you to your own reality, until you rely on the manipulator's version of events instead of your own perceptions. This tactic is especially effective in power-imbalanced relationships, such as between a financially dependent partner and their abuser, an employee and an overbearing boss, or a leader and their blindly loyal followers. Sometimes, the victim goes along with the lies because standing up to the manipulator would mean risking the relationship, job, or group acceptance. Gaslighters use several tactics to maintain control. One is withholding, where they refuse to engage with your concerns, pretending not to understand what you're talking about. They might say, "I don't even remember that happening." Another method is countering, where they question your memory of events, saying things like, "Are you sure? You weren't even sober that night." They may then present a twisted version of the story that portrays them as the hero, or even the real victim. Other techniques include blocking and diverting, where they change the topic or question your thinking to avoid being confronted. Trivializing is another favorite gaslighting strategy, making the victim feel like their emotions are irrational or that they're just overreacting. A manipulator might say, "You're too sensitive," or "You're blowing this out of proportion." These tactics slowly break down the victim's ability to trust their own feelings. So how do you recognize gaslighting? If you find yourself constantly second-guessing your thoughts, memories, or emotions when dealing with a particular person, that's a red flag. If someone makes you doubt your own character or convinces you that your emotions aren't valid, they may be gaslighting you. If conversations with them leave you confused, frustrated, or questioning your own sanity, you may be caught in their web of manipulation. If you frequently feel the need to apologize for being mistaken, or you catch yourself making excuses for their behavior, step back and ask yourself, am I losing trust in my own reality? The first step to breaking free from gaslighting is recognizing it. The second, reclaiming your own perception and refusing to let anyone else define your truth.